A functional half guard requires you to get either underhooks or get frames. That way you can control the distance. We went over some attacks from the underhook, but what if our partner is maybe playing back and won't let us get the underhook? There's an attack on the far side that we can use from our frames that's going to be very useful, and it's going to end in a move that we're going to spend a lot of time on, which is called the Kimura. In judo, it's called udigarami, and we name it after Masahiko Kimura in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You can use this move to finish a submission from the bottom, or commonly here, your partner will roll to avoid the submission, and so you'll be able to use it to sweep and ultimately get past the guard. We're going to show you a little bit about both of those today. So, I'm in my half guard, observing the half guard fundamentals. My inside leg goes out, I hook underneath his leg. I have the shell. My partner is going to try to push into me. Now, this is going to be difficult for him, right? Because it's his strength and speed against my structure. This is our emergency brake. Right now, it's stopping him, in this analogy, Ilias is the car, from rolling forward. As soon as I kick that leg past him, he's going to come forward. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my top armpit, in this case my left armpit, and go for his left shoulder. As I do that, I'm going to grab his wrist. So check it out. Just going to kick the leg straight, and boom. Armpit onto his shoulder, grab his wrist. Now already, he's in a lot of trouble, but as I fall, I'm going to connect and grab my own wrist, and I'm going to fall to my own back and fall perpendicular. To finish, grab my wrist, connect his elbow to my chin, move his elbow up high, and just rotate as if I'm trying to make him comb his own hair with his hand, right? So the flexibility of the shoulder is directly proportional to the height of the elbow. If I leave his elbow down low toward his hip, I can do this for quite a long time before he taps. But what I want to do instead, and this is why I put my chin on his elbow, to remind myself to engage my core, and to remind myself, bring his elbow high to his shoulder. And now, all I'm going to do is just very gently try to rotate my shoulder. Tap. You see how very little energy I use compared to the other energy. So, once we're on the setup in detail, once we're on the setup, and let's actually scoot back because we're gonna sweep this time. We're gonna scoot back. I'll show you some details about how to finish it here, but also acknowledge that a lot of times you're not going to be able to finish it here because they're going to roll. I'm going to show that too. So to set it up, right? Every technique has a setup, an entry, and a finish. I'm playing my guard, controlling. As my partner tries to smash into me, I'm going to let loose the e-brake. You see how my armpit goes right to his shoulder. Grab and grab, fall to my back. Now, look at my right leg. See my toes are pointed down? That is designed to keep Ilias trapped in my half guard, and so to stop him from rolling, essentially. So what I do to stop him from rolling is I hook here, elbow to chin, elbow comes high, very gently rotate. Here's the thing though, in order for Ilias to defend and save his own shoulder, his shoulder's being hyper-rotated. So he's got two options. Either he can bring his shoulder back to his body, which is hard, it's my body isolating his shoulder, or he can bring his body back to his shoulder. So as I try to bend his shoulder, he can look to his right and roll over his left shoulder. Right? And so I can no longer hyperextend his shoulder because he's like, I'm just gonna run my body right there, which is good for him, but this is still a win for me, right? Because we went from the bottom to the top. I like to show this for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's much easier to finish a Kimura from a closed guard than from a half guard because there's much less just holding them there in half guard to finish. Second, it shows you some foundational defensive principles, right? And this is true of any joint lock submission pretty much, is if they're trying to Americana you, if you're super strong or they're lazy, you can pull your elbow back in, right? Realistically, that's not gonna happen a lot. So a lot of times you're gonna have to move your body to connect your elbow, or in this case, your shoulder back to your body. So that's the half guard Kimura on the far side and a couple of details about how to sweep from there.